Okay. Anytime you're ready.
So we were talking about Rick Engler. Rick Engler was the real founder of PhilaPOSH, number one, and we worked hand in glove for 10 years together in building the organization. Rick came from a more academic background than I, and also environmental. And so I knew some of the unions in Philadelphia, and he had known a little bit about the oil, chemical, and atomic workers. He worked in their legislative department and in Washington, D.C. What I want to get to is that his background was around environmental issues and chemical exposure issues and oil refinery issues. His father wrote books about oil refineries and the hazards in them, and Rick wrote a book about that himself. So he spent 30, 35 years, maybe 40 years, working on labor, environmental issues. Okay, he helped build, in fact, I think he founded the Work Environment Council in New Jersey, pardon me, and that joined together labor leaders and environmentalists around, issues of mutual concern. So again, he was just made for this job that developed in Washington, D.C., that being the Chemical Safety Board. And it's akin to the National Transportation Safety Board. And its members are appointed by the president. So Obama recently, before his retirement, appointed Rick, who was then approved by the U.S. Senate for this job. There's only 3 people on it, the board, nationally, and Rick and 2 others. So he had only begun work within the past period of months. Again, somebody who really fit that job. It's kind of like they invented the job for Rick. And so lo and behold, what transpires is Trump gets elected, and Trump is no big fan of EPA things and labor things or the Chemical Safety Board. And so his budget going forward into 2018 does not include the Chemical Safety Board. It's just being eliminated. And I think there's a certain irony here that this guy who spent his life in preparation for this job and would do an incredibly good job, I'm sure, because he's a very thorough guy and a very sharp guy. And the rug's being pulled out from under him. I immediately called him when I found out about it and invited him to Philadelphia for April 28th, Workers' Memorial Day, where we honor all those who were injured or killed on the job, and asked him to come and speak there, let people know, update people on what's going on with that whole situation. So he's the most appropriate person to speak in Philadelphia, most appropriately to a PhilaPOSH crowd, and I'm sure he'll be so welcome. It's pathetic, and he will update us, and I guess that won't be a lot of happy news, but it happens to be the fact. I'm sure OSHA will be chopped quite a bit, National Labor Relations Board as well, and the Chemical Safety Board is just one more piece of that, protecting workers and protecting the society at large. But lo and behold, it'll soon be a memory. That's all I got to say. Yeah, that's the space bar. Oh, there's a return.
The space bar.
I've hit it like 6 times and it's still recording. I don't have my makeup on either.